What set me apart when I graduated, I believed, was being able to demonstrate. I had done a scale program that was different from what others had done. I had done the Trial Advocacy Honors Program. I did the Amicus Project practicum. I volunteered in the small claims clinic. There are time for all of these things if you use your time well and seek them out and prioritize them. And I think that is the single best advice that I received and took, and the best advice I could give to everyone is be very intentional and thoughtful about giving yourself time and opportunities outside of the classroom.
The number one thing that's prepared me, obviously, you need to know the law. You need to know how to think logically, critically, and all of that good stuff. But for me, I think I would not have made it to where I am without TAP, because I spent 2 years in a program that literally molded me into the person that I am. It kind of taught me to let go of a lot of the fears that I had. And it allowed me to learn how to be Nagin, an attorney, rather than just trying to be a phony attorney and not myself.
Give yourself credit because you're here and you're capable, and it's a great accomplishment, and you're just going to feel more awesome every single day.
So sometimes people think that, when lawyers represent clients, it's because of the financial result the financial consequences that could result, but it's not always about the finances, right? Sometimes people want justice and people want to be heard, and they want to make sure others are held accountable.
That question kind of makes me a little emotional because it's probably the best decision I've ever made in my whole entire life, and every day I just kind of have to pinch myself that this is the life that I pursued.
I graduated from undergrad over 11 years ago, so I was terrified to even apply to law school. But I felt my career plateauing. It was also at the time of the Khalif Browder story, and I was really impacted emotionally by his story because I felt what was missing from his story was an advocate, someone who really would fight for him. And anyone who's into criminal justice or civil rights should really look up Khalif Browder's story. So this story was taking place. I was getting frustrated with my career, and I remembered that 11-year-old girl who was always watching A Few Good Men and wanted to be a lawyer. Unfortunately, my family's socioeconomic status did not really warrant you're going to become a lawyer. I mean, no one in my family was an attorney. My friends parents weren't an attorney. So it didn't seem possible or plausible. But I guess once I got to a place in my career where I started to realize this might be what I do for the rest of my life, I wasn't happy with that. And so I started to incrementally take the steps towards applying for law school. And like Rosemary said, good, bad, and indifferent, the days that I've cried, the exams that I felt I didn't do well on, it is the best decision I've ever made. And I'm getting emotional too, because it's mine. It's my education that I've developed, and no one can take it from you once it's yours.
Within the SCALE program, you get extra support. I can't imagine a better advocate than Dean Rolnick for all of the graduates from the program in terms of helping them find placements and externships, helping them find jobs that they want, helping them along the way, learn what they want to be, what kind of lawyer they want to be.
From the very beginning, I could tell this was going to be an environment where it wasn't just, am I going to do better than the person next to me? It was, are we going to do better together? And I can honestly say throughout all 3 years of my law school education, it was never me against someone else. It was always, how can me and the person next to me improve and do better? And I think that's the one thing for me that's always kind of put Southwestern at a different place. That's why I still tell every single person that I hear going to law school, you need to go to Southwestern, is because I think the education you get, but also the real life experience you get, is what makes it truly what it is. Just all the faculty that I met, I knew I was entering into a family.
From the day you enter law school, to be aware of the impression that you're making, to guard your reputation, to really always do your best work. So, because the reputation that you build is so far-reaching, and it stays with you for such a long time. So that's one of the reasons we spend quite a bit of time here at Southwestern teaching students how to research, write, analyze, so that you feel comfortable and confident.
Because once one person believes in you, the ball just keeps rolling and rolling, and the opportunities get better.
Because everyone is willing to help you. I've not met one person. I know professors who I've never had a class with who reach out and check on me and are willing to help. So I think that would be my advice. Ask for help, be okay with being open and vulnerable, and lean into the process, because it's not easy and you're not meant to go at it alone.
And Southwestern is a place that certainly not only treasures its students, but benefits so much from what you bring to the school. One of the things I've loved about Southwestern is our students are more able to behave as if they are already lawyers while they're in law school. And I don't think it's an accident that that's developed at Southwestern. It's something that Southwestern invites you to do and expects you to do, to begin to assume the professional role on the day that we do orientation, where we're asking you to begin to exhibit the values of our profession, the listening, the working across difference, the fairness to the facts.
But I wanted as much as I could to learn how to be a lawyer. And I felt like Southwestern overall, and the scale program in particular, would give me the best opportunity to spend as much of my time as I could doing practical experiences. And it turned out to be an excellent decision. I had an amazing experience at Southwestern and in the scale program.
And sometimes simple words are better, smaller words better, more impactful. That way you can be sure your audience always understands you, right? And as a lawyer, that's really your job, is to make sure that your audience understands what you're saying.
And every externship that I've had, I get the same comment from my supervisors, and it says Southwestern students are by far the best students that we have.
Again, if you don't feel supported in an environment like Southwestern, it's because you're not looking. If you don't feel like there's people who speak your language or who have similar interests, it's because you're not looking. It's so diverse here, and the areas of interest as it pertains to the law are so vast that there's something for everyone. So
I say Southwestern because I think they are the one school that's gonna provide you that final opportunity to just enjoy the time you have before you enter the real world. Whether you're entering it for the first time or whether you're kind of like Eve, where you're going into a second career, it's that, to me, final chance where you get to kind of almost feel like you're in college again, but one step further. And that's because of how cool the people are, how supportive the faculty is, and again, just what high regard the legal world holds Southwestern up to. And I think that's incredible.